This is The Scoop for Friday.
I'm Josh Holton with the WMNF News headlines. A bill advanced in the House yesterday targeting beach access in one county on the Panhandle. WMNF's Chris Young reports some lawmakers say Walton County was unfairly affected by a 2018 law.
House Bill 6043, sponsored by Republican Representative Alex Andrade, would repeal a 2018 law that ended customary use on beaches. Customary use means the public can access parts of privately owned beaches. Republican Representative Shane Abbott presented the bill. Abbott says the law grandfathered in ordinances made before 2016, which singled out Walton County.
Walton County was not doing anything malicious or different than any other county in the state that had and has and still has customary use that would warrant targeting Walton County with a legislative fix. The bill did not fix a problem, but rather created one inside the county.
A similar bill passed through a Senate committee this week. Customary use was also a hot topic in Pinellas County. Last year, a federal judge sided with Reddington Beach in a lawsuit with waterfront property owners over customary use. Chris Young, WMNF News.
A new program in Temple Terrace gives students with developmental disabilities a chance to make a hands-on impact on the local environment. WMNF's Noah Vinsky reports on the initiative.
The Focus Academy in Temple Terrace has been fostering a learning environment for developmentally disabled students since 2012. On Wednesday, they announced a partnership with two Tampa-based seagrass restoration companies. The partnership gives 18 to 22-year-old students the chance to help Florida's marine ecosystems. The students develop and create the plaster weights used in the restoration process. The weights anchor the seagrass, which helps keep the water clean and maintain a healthy ecosystem. Clayton Clemens is the executive director of Project Focus, the nonprofit behind Focus Academy. He says that a lot of the students in the program typically aren't given an opportunity to participate in hands-on activities at home.
I go over to while they're doing the weights all the time, and it is ear to ear, smiles, grinning, just with pride.
Clemens says the students work in teams of 4, mixing and stirring the plasters while others attach a string used to connect the weights. The weights are currently being used in seagrass restoration efforts in Lake Apopka. The project takes place multiple times a week at the Focus Academy campus. Noah Vinsky, WMNF News.
Corporate influence over politics in Florida has left many organizations searching for ways to encourage more democratic engagement. A coalition of organizations with Florida for All held an educational webinar last night to explore how some of that influence affects the structure of Florida's economy. Ida Escamani is the sister of Democratic Representative Anna Escamani and a former legislative director for Florida Rising, and says the Florida legislature is the front line for the global fight against multinational corporations.
The economy doesn't have to be one that extracts and excludes and profits for the 1%. An economy can actually be a thing that drives justice, that builds wealth for us. Like, how we design the economy is up to us, and our elected officials can make those decisions.
She added that other states are using their government to design a different kind of economy, but she said history offers hope.
The history of America is one of corporate exploitation of Black bodies, of indigenous land, and of working class people. And so throughout history, we've seen examples of worker solidarity across race, across gender, across national origin towards this vision of an economy that really works for us. And we know that we are the heroes that we've been waiting for. There is no one going to save us. It is us. And our model of power is not that of one person can fix it. That is authoritarianism. Our model of power is centered in collective action.
Jackson Oberlink is the legislative director for Florida for All and said two bills which exemplify the kind of corporate influence that they are opposing are House Bill 585 and Senate Bill 832.
And basically, this bill would shield corporate polluters, Mosaic, from accountability from lawsuits once they pollute land from their phosphate mining with radioactive waste. So this is a really terrible bill, and there's some pretty blatant corruption going on here. Nadeska gave a pretty fiery testimony in a session this week in committee, calling out the sponsor who was sitting right behind her for taking $10,000 4 days before he filed this bill from Mosaic. So the connection here could not be more transparent.
House Bill 585 is now in the Civil Justice and Claims Subcommittee, and Senate Bill 832 passed unanimously in the Environment and Natural Resources Committee and is now in the Rules Committee. A mix of sun and clouds today with highs in the mid-80s, partly cloudy tonight with overnight lows in the mid-60s, a few clouds tomorrow with highs in the upper 80s. I'm Josh Holton with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.